Yeah. RIP to Studio One. Yeah. RIP Studio One. She gone. Took by Fender. RIP Studio One. Now she's gone. And they want me to call her Fender, but I won't. Yes, I know you say that it's just a name change. You could have kept the name the same. I won't. RIP Studio One. Alright, I'm gonna hit my shortcut right here, Control / because I use the Pro Tools shortcuts, and we're gonna punch in. Just like that, take two. Hey, Studio One is gone. And I feel so alone now. Studio One is gone. And I feel so wrong. I cannot call her Fender. I cannot call her Fender. She'll always be Studio One. Studio One. Studio One. Studio One. Yeah. Now, this is all about playlisting and comping in Fender Studio Pro, formerly known as Studio One Pro. And they actually call it layers here, but don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to keep on getting my issue off, though. Yeah. Okay. Studio One is gone. Now they want me to call her Fender, but it feels so wrong. I won't call her Fender. No, she's Studio One. Studio One. Studio One for me. Studio One. Studio One. Studio One. It's Studio One for me. All right, y'all. Yo, we having a good time, man. I am in Fender Studio Pro, and I want to show y'all how to use layers for the best recording experience. Now, when you are recording, you should always record multiple takes, right? For one reason, like, it's going to give the artist that you working with, it's going to give them the freedom to experiment. Like you see me right now, like whether they got lyrics or not, I like to tell the artist from the beginning, yo, I'm going to record probably 15 to 20 takes, right, of the same verse, the same hook, whatever that part of the song is. And I'm then going to do what's called comping to choose the best individual parts of each of those takes. This is going to free the artist up from thinking about pitch, and they can just think about emotion and expressing themselves and lyrics or whatever it is that artists be thinking about, right? So that's one thing, man. Now, how many takes that should you take is really going to be up to you. It's going to be dependent on the song and the style of music that you're working on, for real. I like to do like at least 10 takes, for real. Like I want to get like 10, maybe 20, especially if it's like like a ballad or something singing. But you got to judge the artist and where they at and just have a feel of it. And yeah, man, obviously I am a hardcore Pro Tools user, but Fender Studio Pro, it feels so weird saying that still. Fender Studio Pro makes it super easy to transport all of my Pro Tools workflows right over here into Studio One, man. I'm calling it Studio One, okay? It makes it easier to transport the workflows over here. So I'm gonna show y'all how I'm doing this, right? So first thing first, man, the main thing that I wanna do is actually set up my shortcuts, right? So a few shortcuts that you want to set up. I'm gonna go up to the Studio Pro preferences because we don't want to be playing around with this stuff, man. I'm gonna go up to the keyboard shortcuts, go up to the Studio One menu, go to keyboard shortcuts, and then on that keyboard shortcuts tab, you can just search layers. Now, in Pro Tools, it's called playlisting, and Studio One is called layers. So we just gonna go to layers, and then the add layer, you see I'm using the shortcut, that's Control / backslash. Now you can make whatever shortcut you want. I'm on a Mac computer, and I still work in Pro Tools a lot. And the shortcut in Pro Tools is Control backslash. I've been using that for about 20 years already. I know I don't look like it. I've been using that for about 20 years already. Control backslash, right? And so that's what I'm using. Now, here's where the fun comes in, because to do my rest of my layer stuff, like duplicate a layer if I want to, this is going to be like, yo, I like what's here, but maybe I want to experiment with another layer. Trust me, just take notes on this. It's going to all make sense in a minute, right? Then I set up a shortcut for that, and that's just the key next to the control backslash, the control and the right bracket, right? And then expand layers, that's going to be so I can see all the layers, all the individual takes that I make. That's going to be the control in the left bracket. Now you're probably saying, Wavy, what is a layer? It's this. Let me expand them so you can see. It's when you record multiple takes of a performance all on the same track. It looks like I'm recording over it, or that it's not happening, that it's not there anymore, I'm deleting it or whatever, but it really is actually creating a new layer. It's like a hidden track within a track, right? This way you just keep your session organized versus having a whole bunch of tracks. You can always show and hide these layers, right? So again, I am using I've set up these shortcuts to make a new layer. That's that control backslash, and you'll see the add layer window pop up. You can name it if you want to. I'm gonna just hit okay, and you see now I got a fresh new layer. Should we record one more take? We don't have to. We don't have to. But that's where the fun comes in, right? Now, if you don't want to use shortcuts for whatever reason, you want to do stuff the granny method, then you can come over here to your inspector. Just make sure that your inspector is open. Yeah, I like to go down to the bottom here. I think you can use F4, but if you're on a Mac, man, my function keys don't be functioning. So just come down here to the bottom, and you see that little eye, open up the inspector, and where it's at, right? You got layers, right? You can click on that layers button, and you can hit add a layer, duplicate, rename, and remove all this layer stuff, right? The good thing too is like you can actually, right here too, you can cycle right here in this little section where I'm at right here. You at the bottom of the track, you can cycle between which layers you're actually looking at, which one is that top active layer that you're listening to. And then over here in the left side at the bottom of the track, you see that little stacked up thing right there? That is actually the show hide layers, the expand layers button right there. So again, I've made them to shortcuts. My expand layer shortcut is control in the left bracket, right? So I can easily jump into it. My new layers shortcut is control in the left, control backslash. And to duplicate a layer, I got control and right. Now let me show you how to duplicate a layer real quick, just because you ain't see it. But basically, let's say if I wanted to cut this out and see what it sounds like, or do a stutter effect or time change or anything like that, I would want to duplicate it before I did that, in case I didn't like it or the client didn't like it, and I didn't have to worry about trying to backtrack my way, right? So I could just hit control, boom, it's going to duplicate that layer, and then the same layer gets duplicated. Exact same thing is right there, right? So we're just gonna hit undo because we don't really want that. Here's the beauty of layer editing. Once you start playing a part, right, you can go through and solo each one of these. So each one of these layers, once they're expanded, they have a solo button that you can go through and listen, right? So I already know I only did the intro on one of them, so we're gonna keep that, right? Here's the dope thing. Soon as you make a selection, it automatically sends it up to your main layer, whatever layer is at the top. So this is gonna make comping super, super easy.
Yeah. RIP to Studio One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, real quick, I learned a lot of this stuff, and like just learned the importance of doing it from my man Ken Lewis, who has this dope plugin called All Comp. And this is the only thing that I'm using, obviously, besides auto-tune, for the sound of these vocals, man. It's an amazing plugin. It's super light, easy to work with. I'll leave a link to this in the description, man. And of course, I'm using the Wavy 1 Studio headphones, man. These headphones have 32.4 dB of passive attenuation. That means that you're going to only hear what you want to hear. Nothing from the outside world is going to bleed in if you working in noisy environments or like recording drums or something like that. And nothing from the headphones is going to bleed into the microphone. That's 32 dB of passive attenuation. Get it from wavyproaudio.com. Link in the description. All right. So I got my first part. Next, let's listen to this next section.
R.I.P. Studio One.
All right, I don't know if I like that one.
That. Take two. Hey, Studio One is gone.
I kind of like that. Let's hear what we did on this one.
Studio One is gone.
All right, I think that's a little bit much. So we're going to go with this second. Boom, boom, boom.
Studio One is gone.
All right, well, since I still got a solo, we was listening to the wrong one, but let's hear it now. We're going to hear the main playlist whenever nothing is solo.
Studio One is gone.
All right. And let's hear what comes next. So we can go through. Now, here's the dope thing is that you can use your up and down arrows here too between your expanded playlist. And you can just hit the letter S to listen to the different sections at each part. So let's hear. Let's just start up at the top. We'll S on this one.
Took by Fender.
I don't know about that one.
And I feel so alone now. Studio One is gone.
All right, that might work. Let's hear this one.
Now they want me to call her Fender, but it feels so wrong.
All right, I think I'm gonna go back to the second one again. I was just killing it on this take.
And I feel so alone now. Studio One is gone.
All right, man. So we can go right here. Boom. And I think I like that little right there, right? So let's take everything off.
And I feel so alone now. Studio One is gone.
All right. Yeah. So you see, by selecting it, you could, if you hit this little button right here, it'll send that whole take up to the main layer that you on right now. But if you don't want to do that again, you just make this selection. All right. Whoops. All right, let's keep going.
Now she's gone.
That ain't it. We're gonna go down to this one. S.
I won't call her Fender. No, she's Studio One.
All right. Just let's listen.
Now she's gone, and they want me.
All right, so I like that. Now she's gone. Right, so I'm gonna zoom in here, and of course I got my zoom shortcuts matched to Pro Tools. The dope thing is when you put it up there, you see it automatically crossfades for you too. Man, that's pretty dope, man. Some of these other dogs don't do that. I ain't calling no names. Some of the other dogs don't do that, right? All right, and then I'm gonna come down to this last one because I like this.
I won't call her Fender. No.
All right, bet. And we'll take that. And let's hear what's next here.
She's Studio One.
I don't like that. Let's hear this one.
I cannot call her Fender. She'll always be Studio One. Studio One.
I like that. So we'll select this section. And again, boom, just by selecting it, it automatically goes up to our main layer. And let's see what we got.
I won't. R.I.P. Studio One. Studio One. Studio One. Studio One.
All right, so let's just say I like that from that last one. If I just go up here and trim that out, you see how it automatically adjusts and shows me where I'm trimming from, even on the layer that I'm not on. So that way you always know which layer you got stuff from, man, and it lays it out real easily. Once I'm done editing and comping my master take like this, I'm gonna hold control and hit my left bracket. It's gonna collapse all that up. I can go back to the beginning and listen.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Studio One. Yeah. Studio One is gone, and I feel so alone now. Studio One is gone, now she's gone. I won't call her Fender, no. I cannot call her Fender. She'll always be Studio One, Studio One, Studio One, Studio One, yeah.
Oh man, that was fun. Yo, if you like this video and you want to see more Studio One production, recording, and mixing tips, make sure you follow this channel, man, and let me know down in the comments if this was helpful to you at all. This is a really great workflow for working with artists, man. And yeah, if you working with any artists, you doing recording, man, don't make them feel like they got to get stuff right in the first take. Let them know you're gonna be comping regardless. Like, yo, man, it ain't you, it's me type of vibes, okay? I'm just OCD. I just want to record a bunch of takes, and then later, maybe even when you're gone, I'll take the time out to individually, word by word, line by line, breath by breath, find the best parts and find the ultimate master take for you. And man, this will really change your recordings for the better. Take your time out there. I'm Wavy Wayne from Wavy Pro Audio. Be dope, man.